saying for a while that I would make a video on the Camry because, you know, I used to keep you all updated with this thing a lot, and then it just kind of fell off. I bought this and I've been kind of focused on this a little bit, I guess. But Camry's still here. I still have it. I still drive it a lot. Of course, I drive this too now because, you know, it's good on gas. It's a 5-speed manual. It's fun to drive. This one, you know, mileage is getting really high. Not that that's a problem for a Camry, but I don't know. Just this car is kind of nice for how old it is and what it's been through. So I've been trying to just kind of preserve it a little bit by driving this a little, you know, as much as I can. But still love it. It's we're at 367,000 miles now. Still runs great, still looks good. Still got, you know, little minor things here and there about it being an old car. Still got that. I'm never gonna fix that. I'm sorry. I love that. Still rocking the Evil Energy, which you saw a recent video. That one has it too now. So yeah, that's the reason I got it for that one, so they can match. It actually made that car way quieter than this car. I'm a little surprised by that. Little, you know, character here and there. It's still sitting a little bit too high on the front. I need to get some now that I have that car, I can actually get some coilovers for this thing. I didn't want to do it when this was my only car because I didn't want to, you know, have it sitting too low to the ground and not be able to drive it anywhere. But now that I have that car, that's my beater car, I can make this my pretty car and make that one my, you know, beater car, go off-road and whatnot with. In the future, I want to lower it a little bit and maybe put some bigger wheels on it, like late model Camry wheels or Avalon wheels or something like that. Make it look a little better, make it handle a little better. A few months back, I put the stock intake back on, and I mentioned that in the exhaust video that I did, the little review I did on the exhaust. I put the stock intake back on because I don't know. Ever since I put the exhaust on this car, the two noise, like the exhaust and the intake noise, was just a little too much. So I put the stock one back on. It made the intake noise quiet down. So now you just get the exhaust noise, and it just sounds better to me that way. It still uses a little bit of oil. It's actually been getting better for some reason. I've been trying to change the oil every like 3,000 or 4,000 miles. I mean, I usually end up at 5,000 before I get around to it, but it seems like it's helping it. I guess the rings were stuck and they're kind of freeing up now. But I mean, you'll get that with these 2AZs. They're known to burn oil. So the transmission is still doing okay. It's not great, really. I mean, it's not like the last one, you know, leaving me stranded on the side of the road every few hours. But it's got a funny shift from first to second when it's hot, and when it's cold, it's got a little bit of a goofiness between second to third, which is what the old transmission was doing before it went out. It had the second to third issue. This one has both. So I guess I just kind of, I don't know, the one I picked out of the junkyard turned out to be kind of a turd, I guess. But I mean, it's still going. It doesn't get hot or anything, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. Still really want to do a 5-speed swap eventually, which may or may not ever happen, but it would sure be nice. What else? Took these LED strips out because I kept having too many problems with them. I had them wired in, like you could see right there where the wire came through. I had them stuck right there, and I had them wired into the running lights for during the day, and at night I had it set to whenever the park lights are on, they come on. There was some fancy wiring I had done to make that work. Had involved a 2-way relay and a bunch of other little stuff, but I just kept having too many issues with it, so I took it all out. I'd like to get some of those what you call them, Spec D or something, headlights that have the little halos in them and the little LED rings. That'd be kind of cool, but I'm a little bit skeptical on that because I've heard mixed things about them. I've heard the light isn't that good, they fade, so I got to give that a little more thought. If you have them, let me know what you think of them, because I'd like to hear what you think of them. Other than that, really nothing new. Okay, hold up, don't leave yet. As I was editing that, I realized I forgot. I haven't ever really talked about the sound system much at all. I even included a clip of it at the beginning of this video. So basically, the rundown, we have 2 Alpine, I believe those are SDS 10s on 1,000 watts, running on an old Sony 1,000 watt amp. It's not even turned up all the way. And then right there is a Kicker CVT 10 in a sealed box with lights on it, or in the inside. So this side of the box is sealed, and then there's ports on the back. So we got big ported box and small sealed box, and that one is running full time. This one only runs whenever I flip the switch. Then in the doors, we have Kicker 6x9s in both doors and on the deck. Actually, I can see exactly what they are right now. Oh yeah, Kicker D5s. So we got Kicker D5s all around, 4 of them on the deck and in the doors. Some tweeters that I put in the dash. Just some Walmart tweeters, you can kind of see them in there. Replaced the factory ones that were blown. And all together, it's all powered through this like 4-gauge wire that I bought at Home Depot. I really need to redo it with the proper wire. 100 amp fuse there. That one just runs, that's a cheap Walmart dual something or another. It's running the 2 door speakers, and then the rear speakers are just run off of the radio. I had it to where all 4 of them were running on an amp, but that amp, repurposed that amp for something in my house. So now I just got that amp running the 2 door speakers, head unit running the 2 deck speakers, and then there's another amp here. It's an 800 watt Precision Power Black Ice. That one is running that sub, just that one. And so then this amp, big amp, is running these 2 big subs. And all of that is commanded by Boss Audio BV9386MV head unit, which is a really nice head unit. It's got, of course, Bluetooth CD player that I've only used maybe twice. Full equalizer. That's my favorite thing about it. It's got the full, so you can mess with the bass. You can mess all the way up to the treble. You can, front to back, and then you got a separate one for the subwoofer, which is, I got hooked to the big ones, the 2 big ones in the back, which, by the way, they have their own switch right here. Press that button, the subs are on. Press that, subs are off. If you don't want to listen to, if you're not listening to rap music or something that has bass in it. And you can, adjust the volume of just the subs with this here, which is really neat. You can't slide it. Like on these, you can slide it how you want. This one, you got to use the button, so that's a little weird, but other than that, I love this radio. I've had it pretty much the whole time I've had the car, and it's been great. It's really cheap. I don't even know if it's still available, but it was like $80 on eBay or something. Great radio. Oh, and it's also got GPS on it, which doesn't really work too great as far as GPS. Like if I want GPS, I just use Google Maps. But if I just want to like see just the road, or like see where the next turn is, that's great to have, or just to watch it, going by on the screen. So great radio, great sound system. I'll see if I can find some non-copyrighted music, let y'all hear it, or maybe not hear it, but see how much it rattles the car. All right, this is a song called Swerve by Ryan Little. It's pretty bassy. You probably won't be able to hear it, but you'll be able to see it shaking the camera. Try to do this quick before to, wake up the neighbors or something. Ryan Little. Car wash doesn't like it. That's with the windows up. So you get the idea. Probably one of the best things about this car is the sound system. It's I've been building it pretty much the entire time I've had the car, so it's come a long way. And it's pretty much my friend's favorite thing about the car for sure. They all love it. They're always wanting to have the Bluetooth so they can play different songs, see what they sound like. So anyway, just thought I should throw that in there because I've never really talked much about it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.